Anything good on the news?
Don't remember.
Anything good on the news?
Don't remember.
Alzheimer's.
I'm making chislet.
Pizza.
Alzheimer's.
It's got monetary value.
Who's there? 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 Who's there?
Alzheimer's.
What are you doing? 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 What are you doing?
Alzheimer's.
It's got monetary value.
Might be the greatest thing that you ever bought.
It's got monetary value.
Alzheimer's.
What are you doing?
I'm taking on a challenge. The only person that's going to make the decisions on what I eat is my grandfather.
Saying hello to yourself?
Now he is 95 years old.
Grandpa, starting tomorrow, I'm only eating everything that you want.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day, 72 hours, whatever he wants. We were just told that he has Alzheimer's.
Julia, you are disgusting. Julia, you are disgusting. Let me make my case. This is an 18-minute video you've made. We are 18 seconds in, and you have raised an Alzheimer's diagnosis. You want to grab the heartstrings and hold an audience for the rest to make money, because this has been monetized. If you want to do a tasteful and heartfelt piece on struggling with Alzheimer's, then it should not be monetized. You got something important to say. You're not going to be trying to sell products and services and make money with it. You're trying to sell products and services and make money with it. This channel that you stole...
I'm not gone from Healthy Junk Food. I'm just currently locked out of Healthy Junk Food. I'm working on getting that back.
...from JP Lambiase has been in a tailspin ever since you stole it. Back years ago, when you and JP were working as a team with JP running things, that was when the two of you came up with the Giant series of food items. And they were big hits, millions of views back in the day. That's what built your 3 million plus subscriber base. Now, you have been returning to what is now an established formula. Giant this, giant that. And it doesn't work because the team has been broken up after you left JP for other men. So what you have resorted to, and let me say, we're going to do the reaction, okay? There's a bit of talking at the start. You know, don't click off yet. What you have resorted to is exploiting a diagnosis of Alzheimer's on your grandfather for clicks and money. With your grandfather having reached the age of 95, he has won the game. He could pass at any second for anything or for just nothing, for natural causes. You should be grateful and you should treat him with dignity and respect. Now we know that all of his little foibles as he struggles mentally with his condition that people might think are funny are not funny. Because you're putting a camera on the man and trying to make money with it. His beard is not cut sharp. His hair is a bit of a mess. He's a 95-year-old man, you effing B. Leave him in peace and in privacy. Don't put a camera on him. Not only are you wearing merch and mentioning a diagnosis of a serious illness at the start of this thing, would you, sell merch in the same video as well as pushing the book at the same time? Would you really do that?
Look at Munch. Look at this book. It's a food hacks book. Healthy Junk Food presents fast food hacks to save you money and more. Check the link in the description. You can also pick up this hack.
Where is your mother in all of this? She is a minor participant. What is wrong with her to allow you to do this to her father? Why are you walking over your mother and your grandfather to create content for an entertainment channel? Because you want to be a big player again, and you're willing to do anything to get away with it. And I will admit that you have already got the comments that you're looking for, The stupid people are saying, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, Julia, you're a wonderful human. Thank you for this. Anybody who criticizes you, you just take their comment off. And with all of that said, it is fabulous that the numbers you're getting already are demonstrating this is not going to go viral. It's going to be another one to go right into the dumper. Stop violating his privacy, you effing B. Stop making these videos. It's none of our business. So if he passes while you're holding the Healthy Junk Food channel, you're going to be right back and go, he passed. And there's going to be sad music and you're going to think, oh, I'm going to get a lot of money for this. It's none of our business. He's already got struggles at 95. You let us know something that's private, and you're selling the merch at the same time? You are disgusting. You're disgusting. You did JP dirty. You brought false copyright strikes against me. You are just garbage. So now we're going to get to the reaction.
I'm taking on a challenge. The only person that's going to make the decisions on what I eat is my grandfather.
How are you taking on any challenge when it was not your grandfather's idea, nor has anyone else told you to do this? You were the one orchestrating the whole thing. Get out of here.
Saying hello to yourself?
Now he is 95 years old.
Grandpa, starting tomorrow, I'm only eating everything that you want.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day, 72 hours, whatever he wants. We were just told that he has Alzheimer's. Possibly these things that he asked for will bring back memories for him.
Yeah, right, Julia. That is not what this is about. You're just clowning for clicks.
Possibly there'll be some really interesting foods. Let's see what happens.
So what do you want for breakfast tomorrow?
I'm very fond of soft-boiled eggs.
Just one soft-boiled egg?
No, 2.
Oh, okay. What else is on the plate?
Buttered toast and soft-boiled egg and coffee.
What?
Thank you, coffee.
That's a nice breakfast.
I'll have it ready.
Don't overcook them.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll do my best.
Don't overcook them.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll do my best.
Don't overcook them.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll do my best.
Don't overcook them.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll do my best.
I actually haven't made a soft-boiled egg in a long time.
So you are expecting us to believe that you need help with that? This shot is set up perfectly. The lighting is perfect. You're mic'd. Everything has been carefully placed. And you want us to believe that you can't handle a soft-boiled egg. So you have to ask your mom, oh, how cute and how fake.
So I asked my mom for some advice.
Mom, you're leaving, but you gotta tell me, how do I make it?
Boil some water with a little salt in it. Put the eggs in the shell in the water. Boil them for 4 minutes.
4 minutes is too long.
Uh-oh, they're fighting about it. Isn't it cute and adorable? Yeah, and it's all fake and scripted.
I've done the 3-minute here they were running. You put it in the egg cup, and I have a special little thing you pop the top off, and you use a tiny little spoon to eat the egg out of the egg.
I want to eat it out of the shell.
Yeah, me too. This is actually going to be a
That is where the thumbnail came from. Here. Pretty good, right? Okay, let me go back to normal. And now I'm going to pull it back a few seconds, and we get back on track with this.
I want to eat it out of the shell.
Yeah, me too. This is actually going to be a culinary experience, isn't it?
What are you doing?
But the idea is to make it not too runny, not too hard.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Day 1.
Morning.
Hanging around your 95-year-old grandfather with Alzheimer's house, shooting footage of him struggling to get across the floor while using a walker and playing baby music in the background. Jelly smack. Go bigger.
Resonates.
Get you more views.
Jelly Smack. Go bigger.
Julia, we know what your real personality is like now. So why don't you just go work for Hooters or get started with OnlyFans? Whatever, just leave this man his dignity, okay? Thanks.
So you want soft-boiled eggs? Sure. Okay, let me get the water on.
Toast, soft-boiled eggs.
You want liver also?
God, no.
Thanks, Grandpa. The people are going to be eating this one up. And they can do it with some healthy junk food merch. Did we mention that you have Alzheimer's yet? I think we did. So let's tug at the heartstrings and move some product.
And these adorable little things. 1 more minute on the clock. Hopefully I did a good job.
Got the eggs into the little egg cups, and now for the first time ever, I learned from my grandfather
Presentation.
There you go, Grandpa.
I thought, would you?
how
How to eat egg out of an egg cup. That's very sweet and sentimental and, yeah, whatever. Like, let's set Grandpa aside and get down to business. Move the merch and the book. Come on, do it.
To eat egg out of an egg cup. Look at this book. It's a food hacks book. Healthy Junk Food presents fast food hacks to save you money and more. Check the link in the description. You can also pick up this hat. French Fry Club is now available. So if you guys are looking for some merch or this really awesome book, it's like the basic best coffee table book ever.
How can you speak such nonsense? The basic best coffee table book ever. It is not. What are you going to do? Invite your friends over and leave that thing there? And let them know that all you care about are fast food items from quick service restaurants staffed by teenagers on their first job? Anything close to the best coffee table book ever would be about painting or wine. Granted, that book is some kitschy fun, and it could be, to be positive, a real collector's item, given the turmoil that is surrounding it. Yet to say that is the best item of its kind is ridiculous. Come on.
Plus, you can learn some things about how to save money when you go to your favorite fast food restaurants. Now available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. This book might be the greatest thing that you ever bought.
Why would this be the greatest thing that I ever bought if I did buy it? Please share.
Because you've been getting ripped off.
That is why? Because I've been missing out on $1 savings on a cheeseburger someplace? Let me tell you the real reason to get this, okay? This book would have been a celebration bought in a spirit of joy for longtime fans of healthy junk food. It's like when you guys went to that fancy hotel.
Excuse me, I have to get a video on YouTube.
Honestly, I just saw the S&P kind of dropped a couple points. Can actually beat the S&P, and at this point, my portfolio is proven correctly. The market's unpredictable. I think not.
I felt happy for the both of you when you did it. I wasn't jealous or envious. And it would have been fun to get it if the two of you were still together. So right now, yeah, it's a fun book. And it is probably a bit of a collector's item. It would have asked us, what do you think's coming next from this fun team? And it would have been fun to support it. So JP had his friends do the artwork, so I still think people should get it for that reason, and because it could be a bit of a collector's item. And for you to say, like, this is the big reason, it's just, you know, you could save $1 here and there. This was for the fans of the channel, and you're entitled to leave someone, yet you stole the channel from JP, so now it is, you know, steeped in bitterness. And if you're going to try to make the argument that it's so important because it'll save me a couple of dollars, you know, you're going to have to buy a lot of junk food to justify the cost. It's a fun item. It could be a collector's item too. The argument you make is silly.
You don't have to be.
Nicely done.
See how she looks. Is it perfect?
It might be cooked too much, I'm not sure yet.
How do you know if it's cooked too much?
If this is hard.
Oh, it looks kind of yolky.
Things are going to get really boring for a little bit. And if this was like a Ken production, I would just fast forward through it. It's just that Julia shouldn't be exploiting her grandfather's health challenge for clicks and money. And that's why I want to drag us through it. So just hold on, and she's going to be pushing the merch while they have breakfast. So that's coming soon.
In there.
Have you guys ever tried this before? I'm gonna try it too. Whoa.
Well, should crack it and then you can use your knife. It's been around for 100 years or so. I think it's cheaper because they have a hold
We use this really cool tool
This thing.
to pop the egg open, cut the top off, and then use little spoons to eat the soft-boiled egg out.
For the first time, I'm gonna just give myself like a solid tiny pat on the back.
Crack it?
Yeah. I'm only gonna eat eggs like this from now on. I kind of like eating out of an egg with a spoon too. Wonderful experience. Your breakfast.
What Julia is saying there, as I interrupt her, is, quote, your breakfast choices are pretty good, close quote. And what she is introducing to the shot is the merch, and she's already pushed the merch once, which is already too much, because she wants you to take this production seriously, because she tells us, and it's none of our business, that the man has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So she wants you to be compelled to complete this pretty long production. While she does so, she pushes the merch again. This reminds me, in Canada, we don't have the public access cable channel anymore, and like now that everybody can go on YouTube, we don't need it as much as we used to. Anyway, if you're not familiar with it, you probably remember the movie Wayne's World. Had a Canadian in it, Mike Myers, and that's a public access cable show. Anyway, I'm going somewhere with this. In Canada, there's no requirement for the cable companies to do that anymore. Sometimes you can get a show, sometimes not. Anyway, in the United States, they have to give you a show as long as you're not doing anything evil. Long story short, the people that had like the little current affairs programs on these channels, they would have the cable company logo on a mug, and it was so unprofessional and silly that they would reach for that stupid mug so many times. And what Julie is doing is so unprofessional and ridiculous that she has to keep reaching for this as if she's so thirsty, and by golly, I need to help myself to a beverage yet again for this production. It's so crass and tawdry for her to do while sitting next to her grandfather. Anyway, let's get back to Julia pushing the merch with this garbage production.
Choices are pretty good.
During breakfast, we talked about a bunch of different...
Do you notice the music? It sounds like a middle-of-the-road lifestyle program. The problem is, Julia is not competition for Oprah Winfrey. And if she thinks that hanging around in a lovely living room with perfect lighting and perfect sound for a change, frolicking with the dog, babbling, is gonna make bank, she's got another thing coming. Healthy Junk Food was the comedic interplay between these two and JP's additional talents all over the place, and what she has left is garbage.
things. A banter, I'd say.
How old are you?
90-something. November 9th, 1928 at 2 p.m.
So you were alive during the Great Depression?
Of course.
Remember that Julia put this whole production together. It was not suggested by her grandfather, her mother, any of her brothers. This is all her doing. And she's hoping to get your attention because she raised Alzheimer's right at the start. And she wants to push the merch. So, for those of you who say I overdo it with the little clips, this is a tiny clip, and the only way we're going to appreciate it is by running it several times. She's not paying attention to him, and she's keeping track of making sure that the merch is in the shot. And if I run this several times, you'll notice how disinterested she is in her own grandfather's conversation, and she's just thinking to herself, push the merch, let's make some money. And so several times cropped, and then we move on.
Age, just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an age. Just a number. No, it is just an course age. Just a number. No, it is just a number. It's a D number.
The clock's ticking. That's why we're going to do what we really want to do in life.
So that doesn't mean you have to be evil towards other people. The clock's ticking, so you should do what you want to do in life. Does not necessarily mean that you put a knife in people's backs. You know, what about JP? And what about what he built? And you just go march on over and you steal his channel. And you give him a horrible time. Over here I do reactions. We got a small community, we have some fun, and you reach over here and you try to take it all away from us, you piece of garbage. You banked on perhaps this channel being registered in a fake name. Because people have to do that sometimes because of despicable people such as yourself, Julia. Because you get to steal my real name, my real address, and my real phone number. You get to have it all by being a lying piece of garbage. And we have to worry about bad people such as yourself taking advantage. So sometimes a channel might be registered in a fake name, and you carry on until somebody makes false copyright strikes, and if you register your channel in a fake name, you can't defend yourself, and the channel's gone. So I do have this channel registered in my real name, so you get to steal my real name, my real address, my real phone number, and I have to give all of that to you because you struck the channel with bogus copyright strikes. And so listening to you speak that way is disgusting, because you reach out to hurt others who do not deserve it. So please don't give advice, alright? Thanks.
The clock's ticking. That's why we're going to do what we really want to do in life, which is...
How about some sweet young things?
Grandpa!
What's wrong?
Are you talking about your lady friends?
Yes.
What's her name?
Which one? Just think you're part German Russian.
I think I look part German Russian. And someone said I look like Meghan Markle.
Maybe so. I think you look like you.
And then I asked him what he wanted for lunch.
Grandpa, what do you want for lunch? So I can make sure I'm ready.
Well, I don't know. There's probably some cold meat in the fridge. So a sandwich with mayonnaise, lettuce, and cold meat would be nice. Yeah.
Just a sandwich?
Well, and a soda or something.
You want to know what I want?
Yeah.
What I want is for Julia to take her video down, because at the age of 95, and he's going to be 96 this month, the man could pass at any time. And because she's already raised Alzheimer's, which was none of our business, when he does pass, Julia has already set it in motion that she's going to make a follow-up and say, "Friends, my grandfather, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, has passed," and there's going to be sad music in the background, and Julia will be thinking to herself, "I'm going to get a big viral production out of this." So Julia, we know that you're watching. Take the video down, remove the portions that talk about Alzheimer's. That's private. It's none of our business. And because he's made it to 95, and he's still in pretty good shape, he's won. So he could pass for anything at any second now. And for you to push the merch and have the video be monetized at the same time just shows what you're really made of. So, you know, give him his dignity and take that part off and then reload. You know, do a better job. How about that?
Well, that's for a different video, Grandpa.
Oh.
This one's all about you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I could get anything I wanted.
That's right. He said he wanted a sandwich.
Mayonnaise, lettuce, and some sort of deli meat.
There it is. What Grandpa wants to eat. Should slice it in half for him, huh? Here you go, Grandpa.
And a soda.
How about you take my proper advice and give him a side order of privacy and dignity, you witch?
And lunch is served.
And I set the table so when he got up, everything was ready to go. I just waited for him to show up so we could eat lunch together and so I could ask him what I was making him for dinner.
You want some ham because I gave you a little.
Oh, what's this? Not liver, I hope.
Saying hello to yourself?
So over lunch, we were able to ponder what we were going to have for supper.
Whatever I want. How about red wine so we can get steak?
You want me to cook steak?
Oh, good.
To which
At this point, Julia has almost killed Munchie by boring her to death. The dog is barely holding on.
we made the decision after we decided what we were going to be drinking. So I asked him if he wanted mashed potatoes with his steak.
Steak and mashed potatoes go together. Steak goes with fries or a baked potato sometimes.
Steak and frites for dinner. Great choice, Grandpa.
Here's looking at you, kid. I'm prepping the French fries. Fries go with steak.
What is that with you?
So from there, he actually went and took another nap.
All right.
Even Julia's 95-year-old grandfather is bailing on her boring content. Good for him.
I'll see you in a bit.
Gave me time to prep dinner. Started off with cleaning some potatoes.
You create.
You create.
You create.
You resonate.
You resonate.
You resonate.
Now, dominate with Jelly Smack.
Jelly Smack is a tech company that launches top creators
To the top of their game.
Jelly Smack puts you on more platforms
And gets you more views.
Gets you more views. More insights. More opportunity.
where you started has nothing.
On where you can go.
Become your own genre, your own industry, your own universe.
Why stop at creator?
When you can be an icon.
You made it big. Now, make it bigger. Jelly Smack. Go bigger.
Julia. Cleaning some potatoes. Jelly Smack. Go bigger. That was their whole promo piece. I just reposted the whole thing. I can't believe that Healthy Junk Food are still on their website after all this. Getting back to Julia, go bigger. Cleaning potatoes at your grandfather's house with next to no clicks. And by the way, if Jelly Smack hits me because I just ran their whole intro, I'll just take that whole piece down. So if you notice there's like a weird thing that's missing, it's because Jelly Smack told me to take it all down. If anything, they're probably glad because they're probably steaming that they entered into business with him, with Julia about to walk out on JP, and the way she handled things by stealing his channel just makes everybody look bad. So they probably, they don't even care really, right? If anybody's gonna report it, it'll be Julia. It's like, this reaction channel is using all of that. It's just, they probably don't care. I mean, we might as well laugh at it. And, so let's just carry on with this Julia garbage material.
Get you more views. Get you more views. Get you more views. Get you more views. Hand cutting them into a rustic thick fry, I'd say steak fry size, and then blanching them in an ice water bath to get the starches off. Then I let the fries dry, so when I'm ready to cook the steak, the french fries are ready to put in the air fryer.
Munchie, are you entertained?
If Munchie could talk, she would say, if I could figure out how to use the passcode on your key, I would get in the car, steal your credit cards, and drive away to another state. Does that answer you as whether or not I'm entertained by your garbage?
Healthier.
Ding!
So for the steak, I found a bone-in ribeye. Like, really? She said I could take anything from the house. We're making it. I found mushrooms, onions, garlic, and this demi-glaze. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna make a sauce. Who else loves mushrooms as much as I do? Let me know in the comments.
That is right. Julia, who is almost 34 years of age and has to worry about keeping her income stream happening from the channel that she stole from JP, really wants to know if you like mushrooms. She does. She wants to hear from everybody. You can be Johnny Appleseed in the middle of nowhere. She wants you to let her know if you like mushrooms. Plus, she wants you all to argue with each other about what types of mushrooms you like and how you like them prepared. I like mushrooms that are this way. I like mushrooms like this. I like mushrooms here. I like mushrooms there. I like my mushrooms like this. Well, I like my mushrooms different from what you do. That's right. She really wants to know. Or maybe she just wants to create pointless chatter to get the channel hot and she makes more money because she can't bring any creativity or genius to the table. Who else do we know is always asking you to make stupid comments all the time?
Ding!
Believe it. She really wants to know if you like mushrooms.
Who else loves mushrooms as much as I do? Let me know in the comments. I cook the sauce by adding oil to the pan, diced onion and garlic, cook that down until translucent, and then I added a spoonful of the demi-glaze, bring it to a boil for 6 minutes. Add the mushrooms now so the mushrooms can get incorporated with that sauce. Stirred that up, set that aside. It thickened up and was looking really yummy.
It's gonna taste so good on the steak.
I took the steaks, cut them down, added oil, salt, pepper, and I decided to grill them. Went outside.
Munchie? No.
Turned on the grill.
Let it heat up. This is the first
With our kin for a long time now asking for pointless comments just to get the channel hot, more money, no extra work, and Julia following him. We don't do that. However, I have a proper request. The brand of wine that a man likes to have who's made it to 95, does anybody know what this label is? It's red. I just don't know the brand. So maybe let me know in the comments below, which would be a proper request. And thanks for your time and work if you should happen to do it.
Part of dinner. Yeah, because it started with the wine and then it got to the red meat.
Red meat. Peace.
That's a good one.
Don't break it. Where's your mom?
She's in Albuquerque.
What the hell is she doing in Albuquerque?
While it is funny for anybody to say Albuquerque, and especially funny for an older man to say Albuquerque, what is taking place here is not sweet and cute, because Julia is shooting footage of him asking. She's telling him it's Albuquerque. The next day, he asks her again. He's already forgotten, and she says again, Albuquerque. She's shooting so much footage, and she has to take those moments to show that he's having his struggles with his health challenge. And what she really wants out of this is the big prize, a sponsorship from McDonald's. She's going to raise McDonald's Egg McMuffin. And the angle she's going to approach McDonald's with is that even though her grandfather is struggling with his challenges, the same, he remembers an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. This should not be recorded and published. What she's doing is wrong. And I'm going to have to fast forward a bit because I think I get the point across, you know, what's wrong with this production. And some of the footage is just Julia making things. It's really boring. So let's push forward a little bit.
Where's your mom?
She's in Albuquerque.
What the hell is she doing in Albuquerque?
I'm not bored during this video.
Do you get it? Julia has a board of some kind, and she says, I'm not bored during this video. We are?
Here's some really cool fire slow-mo.
That is some slow motion fire footage, which is acceptable because you managed to hit the slow motion setting on your equipment and aim it at the subject. It is not cool, and it is not really cool. Who do we know that is always saying cool, 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 when it is not? Ding! Now, without JP, as I said earlier, you don't have the magical interplay. You have footage of food cooking. And anybody can produce footage of food cooking. There's plenty of people doing it, which is why Healthy Junk Food, stolen by you, is having a rapid and unnatural decline.
What's your favorite fast food breakfast? And after a little bit of extra questioning, because he didn't remember, he did tell me that he likes a McDonald's Egg McMuffin.
That is why Julia made this horrible video. She opens with Alzheimer's, then leads us down the garden path to McDonald's Egg McMuffin, which she questioned her grandfather about, and he couldn't remember because of his health challenge. Yet after some extra inquiries, she was successful, and he told her, McDonald's Egg McMuffin. And you know that Julia's going to be contacting McDonald's saying, you have brought such joy to my grandfather. It's something special that he has at breakfast every now and then, your Egg McMuffin. And I was so thrilled to share the experience with the audience, and I'm so looking forward to working with you as we develop both of our brands and move forward with you paying me scads of money to form a business partnership with me. McDonald's Egg McMuffin. Let's do it one more time, and then we'll just push forward and keep criticizing it.
Well, let's take it one meal at a time. So I asked him, what's your favorite fast food breakfast? And after a little bit of extra questioning, because he didn't remember, he did tell me that he likes a McDonald's Egg McMuffin. Yeah, I think the sandwich is good, right? I agree. I'm glad you thought of that. Day 2. On the way home from the gym, I picked up some McDonald's. Grandpa's gotta be hungry. So I guess Grandpa's like really repetitious and always just goes and sits in his chair and waits for breakfast. So let's see if he's sitting there waiting. Hey, Grandpa. Right away, I feel bad. I'm like, oh my God, get him his breakfast right away.
Sure, Julia. Thanks for distracting us with a fake, authentic moment that you find him waiting, and you feel really bad, right? Like, you know, like I gotta give him his breakfast right away. I hate to have him waiting. I feel so bad about it. When really it's all about putting McDonald's in the center of this thing, and you can approach them, and maybe you'll get your big prize. Maybe not. It's disgusting that you're even trying to do this.
I got you some coffee. It's really, really hot.
Hope so.
Brought us breakfast. What you asked for.
I asked for coffee, did I? Well, good.
You remember telling me that he wanted to eat this? And McDonald's.
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 That's kind of big. And he did not. This is what Grandpa chose. I didn't know that there were so many calories in this sandwich, though.
I'm not displeased with what I've had.
Even though he didn't remember asking for this sandwich, both of us still enjoyed it. What do you want for lunch?
How about a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich?
And this time, I really thought he was messing with me.
The only one doing any messing is you, and the one you're messing with is your grandfather.
You're joking. You would eat that?
I used to when I was a kid.
Julia does that a lot, deliberately, which is talking with her mouth full. She wants to get across the fake feeling that she's out of control and loves the food and making a pig of herself, and she just can't hold back. It's not the truth.
Oh man, it's disgusting.
Just lettuce.
Oh, duh.
Peanut butter, mayonnaise, and lettuce, white bread. I have a lot of those.
Okay, I'm gonna make you one of those then for lunch.
There's Julia, in training for Plan B in case JP takes the channel back, which is she'll be climbing up on top of tables and dancing nude for tips. And if that doesn't work or isn't as profitable as she wants it to be, then she'll be headed here pretty soon.
So I made it.
We know that Julia's watching, so let's ask her and see if she replies in the comments. How long do you think this is going to last, Julia? Shooting footage and publishing it of you making food. What do you think? Like, it's got a couple of months?
guys know how much fat is in those sausage links, though? She went to Albuquerque, Grandpa.
Do you guys remember the earlier day he asked where her mother was? He was told Albuquerque. Next day, he can't remember. He asked the same question again. This should be private. It should not be recorded by some huckster who's trying to turn it into cash. She's got enough money. She's got enough opportunity. You know, her family obviously has money. Why does she have to do this to the man? You know? Give him his dignity. Don't shoot footage of this, Julia. You are disgusting. Hey! Munchie left a couple of turds on the plate while nobody was looking. Munchie, bad dog!
He spread the butter and the jam on the toast, and we sat there with a cup of coffee and enjoyed our breakfast, and again, talked about lunch.
There is Julia, moving the product again. It is not like a charming, heartwarming, having a meal with your grandfather. It's Julia pushing the merch. Again. In the same production.
Top of the morning, Grandpa. So now that we're here having breakfast, let's talk about lunch.
Oh, okay.
What would you like?
Maybe a sandwich. We have any salami? No, I don't like salami sandwiches. Who's there? 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 Who's there?
During lunch. I'm making chislet.
Pizza. That's what
I'm making chislet.
Pizza. That's what
I'm making chislet.
Pizza. That's what
I'm making chislet.
Pizza.
So I took the meat, cut it into cubes, and skewered it on the skewers. It's what Grandpa ordered.
If your grandpa understood, and if the rest of your family appreciated what you were doing with this stupid video, what he would order is for you to take it down.
Meat on a stick. Anything good on the news?
Call number.
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 It's important to reflect on how important.
It's important to reflect on how important. It's important to reflect on how important. It's important to reflect on how important family is. It's also important to write better copy so you're not immediately repeating words. This feels just like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from 40 years ago, when at the end of every episode of the cartoon, Adam would take a minute at the tail end of it to give you some sort of advice. And this is what Julia is doing in 2023. I think I would believe the cartoon character more because I would trust Julia less. This is not about how important family is and reflection and all the rest. This is some cheap hack who stabs people in the back, working an angle for some money and a possible deal with McDonald's, and there isn't anything else to it.
It's important to reflect on how important family is, and how important it is to be mindful to curate the best what could be possibly memories or connections to the past, not only for them, but for ourselves.
Not one word of that is being practiced by Julia. It's just a bunch of fluff to make you fall in love with the false drama of what she's presented. So she gets a viral video and she gets a whole lot of cash. If we have family members who are struggling with health challenges, that's one thing. If they're struggling with something that impacts their intellectual abilities, we should never put a camera on them. unless it's for a serious documentary, not a monetized entertainment piece with which you're also pushing two different types of merch, you piece of garbage, Julia. You piece of garbage. Now she's going to say, if you have family or friends who are struggling with Alzheimer's disease, please let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it. She couldn't care less. She's too busy partying and trying to think of another way to screw people over. Listen to this fraud.
If you have friends or family with Alzheimer's disease, let me know your stories in the comments. We should be there to support each other, because life is short, and best to live life to the fullest.
Oh, Julia, you are so wise! Thank you, Julia, for your wisdom. Lead us, oh Julia, in the way of wisdom. Oh, that was just fantastic. Profound. Significant. Thank you, Julia Gulia. Get the F out of here, you bee. You want to know what matters? Privacy matters when you're 95 years of age with Alzheimer's, and dignity matters too. If you loved your grandfather, you would not be putting a camera on him. The man doesn't even know what's going on. What the heck is wrong with the rest of your dirtbag family? How do they allow this? You're pushing an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. You just could have said, he's got a favorite fast food item, and just, get it and put it in front of him. You don't have to go into the camera and say, Egg McMuffin from McDonald's, wearing your crappy merch at the same time. Who do you think you're fooling? Get out of here. JP is coming for you. And if he gets his channel back, great. Because then you're in the doghouse with Munchie, for real. And if he doesn't, your desperate moves against him are being documented, and you have ruined your reputation. So you're not getting that back. Either way, along the way, why don't you stop this series on your grandfather right now, you piece of garbage. Shut up. Go dance on top of a table.
This is the dance. This is the dance. This is the dance.
Stop exploiting your grandfather. He is ill and he deserves better.
We should be there to support each other, because life is short, and best to live life to the fullest. Right, Munchie? You want to eat garbage? Go!
I want to approve whoever you marry.
You do?
If I approve him, I'll give you 50 cents.
It's got monetary value?
Yes, Julia. It has monetary value. Guess what? Dignity and love are priceless. So how about you afford some of those two for your grandfather and take your video down? Or at least never make another one raising his Alzheimer's disease ever again. We have another 30 seconds of footage and then we're done.
Why do you like me, you silly dog? You're an indiscriminate dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't see him anymore.
There's gotta be something like that. Yeah, they come out fast.
Oh, good grief. Julia, you may be my grandchild that's sillier than I am.
More videos just like this? For that, you want me and others to subscribe? No, thank you. That was terrible. It's bad enough that you monetized Alzheimer's disease on a channel you stole from JP. It's worse that you pushed merch at the same time. Not only do I not want it, others don't want it either. I'm completing my work on this reaction. November 5th, 2023, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Julia published that mess on November 1st. It's been 4 days. How many views do you think Julia Gulia received with this exploitive piece of garbage? How many views do you think she got in more than 4 days with a channel with a sub base of more than 3 million? She got less than 10K views on it. Nobody wants it. The creativity of the channel is gone, and she's resorting to exploiting Alzheimer's for views and money. Disgusting. Julie was never the sweet, nice person we thought she was. And in the last day on her Instagram, she's sending a message indirectly to JP. Here I am partying, and it's with an income stream that she's stolen from JP. So let's end with what Julia posted on her Instagram in the last day. Today is November 5th. She posted this yesterday, November 4th, 2023. So let us share this now, and then we're done with this.